Now, sweet as sugar is America's sweetheart, Shay KarMichael, making her way down to ringside once again in a Dragonslayer Pro ring. Folks, it is women's wrestling action on display here in Fort Worth, Texas.
A fan favorite here, perhaps an unexpected fan favorite. They've taken a liking to Shay KarMichael, America's sweetheart. How could you not love her?
Well, there is respect involved in this one between Emmy Camacho and Shay KarMichael. Came to the venue together here today, not expecting to be competing against one another in a singles competition. However, as the match has been made, it has been accepted, and humbly so, on both sides of the equation. Emmy Camacho and Shay KarMichael have been best friends ever since they first stepped foot into a pro wrestling training ring. Now tonight, they face off for the first time in front of a viewing audience in singles competition.
You said it, these two very friendly, very familiar with each other. They train together, they travel together frequently. We get to see a familiarity. We'll see that they know almost what each other's gonna think before they do it. But it should be a friendly, respectable contest nonetheless.
And as we get into the collar and elbow here, you are going to see where the power game will lie. And it will be on the side of America's sweetheart, Shay KarMichael. Emmy Camacho, not only one of the smallest wrestlers that you will find on the Dragonslayer Pro roster, really one of the smallest women you will find in active competition in the state of Texas when it comes to the independent wrestling scene. And I really truly believe in the past few years, Kamacho has really taken on this smallest woman in the ring, biggest in heart, biggest in personality. And Kamacho, always a firecracker, a lot to say, but not a lot of words heading into this match here tonight.
It takes a whole lot of fight, but it takes a whole lot of tricks and skills you learn along the way. The further we've seen Emmy in her career, the more of those tactics she's been able to pick up, and she's going to have to break them out against a much more powerful competitor in Shay KarMichael. Emmy Camacho in control here with that side headlock on Shay KarMichael. Using the power and strength is Shay KarMichael. Powering through that now, the roll up by KarMichael. Quick 2 count, caught Emmy off guard, but not enough to get the victory. Headbutt there by Shay KarMichael, showing she's not afraid to play a little dirty. Double knees there rolling through, but still putting on a show for this crowd. America's sweetheart going to work, driving the knee into the ribs of Emmy Camacho. Only getting a 2 count for her efforts, though. So crowd partially rallying behind Emmy Camacho. You've got to respect the fighting spirit of a smaller competitor.
Well, that shot right there, I mean, you can call it a spirit of some sport, a strong spirit here out of Emmy Camacho. I mean, you could call it a cheap shot, really, is what it was, James.
Perfectly legal, though.
You're right about it.
Opportunistic, yes. Legal, also yes. Emmy Camacho only getting a 2 kick.
And now this rear chin lock going to be sat in for Emmy Camacho. Everything Shay KarMichael has done up to this point, a lot of the power game utilized, and well, it's interesting to see Kamacho in position here tonight to be the one in control, to have the power.
She gets a leverage advantage like that, but the power and size difference for Shay KarMichael comes into play every single time. She can muscle her way out. Emmy just doesn't have the body weight to keep Shay KarMichael down.
You know, James, one of the things that we know about this match, a first-time singles encounter.
She's my friend, I love her, I promise.
The public record between these two, 0-0. The training record between these two, unknown, right? These two could have faced off 10, 20, 50 times in their training facility back at DFW All-Pro whenever Emmy Camacho had her stint there. Shay KarMichael at MPX over in Bedford, Texas, right?
Those sparring sessions are coming into play. We're seeing how much these two really know each other. It's one thing to watch somebody wrestle. You know how a wrestling event is. Sometimes you're watching a match, sometimes you're preparing for your own. So you don't necessarily see everything that someone has to offer, and who knows what each of these competitors has tucked away for a special situation like this where you know your competitor so thoroughly. These two women trying to use each other to regain their vertical base. Trading blows. Shay KarMichael with the power advantage once again. Knees to the face, now up and down.
And that power really coming into play here for Shay KarMichael tonight, as we knew it would. And, oh, that is a harsh, harsh landing for Emmy Camacho tonight. And a drop kick in the corner will find the mark for KarMichael again. And a 2 count going to be broken up, not by the kick out, James, but by the rope break.
Some of that inexperience of Shay KarMichael, still in the early stages of her career. Simply pulling Emmy Camacho out of the corner would have prevented that rope break, but that's just simply experience. That's something you learn with time, and that's what Emmy Camacho has over Shay KarMichael in this contest. Just a barrage of strikes, anything to keep Shay KarMichael down. Something in mind though. Backdrop down across the shoulders and neck of Emmy Camacho.
And Camacho holding on to that ring skirt, the apron here. And now begging off. I mean, Emmy Camacho willingly accepted this fight here tonight, but oh, well, what the hell?
A break to the eyes. A neck breaker by Camacho.
Well, something looks broken inside there, and now a cutter. Taking down KarMichael, a cover, and a 3 count. What the?
What has come over Emmy Camacho? We were having a fair back and forth contest here. We were seeing a good test of both women's wills. And then Emmy Camacho just had to take the low road.